Do you brush your teeth once a year, for 5 hours straight? No. That sounds crazy, right? But that is exactly how most people try to learn English. They study for 5 hours on Sunday, and then nothing for 2 weeks. Today, I'm going to show you why that is the biggest mistake you're making and the one small change that fixes it completely. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to English Ignite Podcast. I'm Alex, and I am so happy you're here today. In today's episode, we're going to talk about consistency, daily practice, and why it is the single most powerful tool you have for learning English. This matters because so many of you write to me and say, "Alex, I try so hard, but I don't feel like I'm improving." I hear you. And by the end of this episode, you will understand exactly why that happens and exactly what to do instead. I will be speaking slowly and clearly, so you can follow me and repeat after me. Let's start with a simple question. Have you ever studied English for a whole weekend, and then felt tired, and then didn't touch English again for 2 weeks? Be honest. Many of you are nodding right now. It's okay. It's normal. It's not your fault. Nobody taught you the real secret. And that secret is not about studying harder. It's about studying smarter a little every single day. You don't need 5 hours. You don't need a perfect textbook. You don't need to move to London or New York. What you need is something much simpler, something anyone can do, no matter how busy your life is. And in a few minutes, I'm going to give you 5 exact things you can do, starting today, in just 15 minutes. But first, let's understand why this works, because when you understand the why, you will never go back to the old way again. Why consistency wins. Here's reason number 1. Your brain learns through repetition. That means doing the same thing again and again. When you hear a word one time, your brain says, "Okay, maybe that's important." But when you hear it 5 times, 10 times, across different days, your brain says, "This is important. I need to keep this." That's how memory really works, my friends. Not one big push. Many small touches. Here's reason number 2. Practice makes speaking automatic. In the beginning, speaking English feels slow. You think. You translate. You pause. It's frustrating, I know. But here's the thing, every single day you practice, your mouth and your brain build a faster connection. Slowly, the pause gets shorter. And one day, the words just come out. No translating. No stopping. Just English. And here's reason number 3, and honestly, this might be the most important one. You feel more confident. Confidence means you believe in yourself, even when it's hard. And confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build, one small win at a time. Every day you show up, even for 10 minutes, you're telling your brain, "I am someone who does this." That message becomes powerful over time. So let's say it together, because I want this to stick with you. A little every day is more powerful than a lot once a month. Repeat that with me, a little every day is more powerful than a lot once a month. Good. Hold on to that sentence. We're going to come back to it. Now, I promised you 5 exact things you can do in 15 minutes. Let's go through them one by one. But stay with me, the 5th one is the one almost nobody uses, and it might be the most powerful of all. The 5 daily tools. Tip number 1, listen to English. This is your foundation. Choose one short podcast, one short video, something made for learners like you. It could be a short story, a daily conversation, anything. You don't need to understand every word, that's not the goal. The goal is just to let your ears get used to the sound and rhythm of English. You can do this while you're making tea, while you're walking, while you're cleaning your house. It costs you nothing extra. You're just adding English on top of something you already do. Tip number 2, shadow a short sentence. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence, and you say it at almost the exact same time, like an echo. Like a shadow following someone. This trains your mouth, your rhythm, your pronunciation, all at once. Let's practice right now. I'll say a sentence, and you repeat it with me. I'm heading to work. Now you repeat, I'm heading to work. Can I get a coffee, please? Now you repeat, can I get a coffee, please? I'll call you later. Now you repeat, I'll call you later. Good job. Did you notice something? Your mouth moved a little faster that third time, didn't it? That's not an accident. That's your brain adapting, right there, in real time. Tip number 3, read something short. Pick a short article, a simple story, even a few sentences. Read slowly. If you find a new word, try to guess its meaning from the sentence around it first. If you really can't guess, then look it up, but don't stop every 10 seconds, or reading stops being enjoyable. And it needs to stay enjoyable, or you won't come back to it tomorrow. Tip number 4, write a few sentences. You don't need a full page. 3 to 5 sentences is enough. Write about your day. What did you do this morning? What are your plans for tomorrow? This forces your brain to actually build sentences, not just recognize them. For example, today I woke up early. I made breakfast. I studied English for 10 minutes. Now I feel good. Simple. Real. Yours. That's 4 tools. Solid, useful, and honestly, most channels stop right there. But I told you tip number 5 is different, and it is. This one has nothing to do with books, apps, or videos. Tip number 5, talk to yourself, out loud, in English. Yes, really. At home, in your room, in your kitchen, nobody needs to hear you. Just describe what you're doing, in English, out loud. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm looking for my keys. I'm walking to the bus stop. This feels strange the first time. Maybe even a little embarrassing. But here's why it works so well, it forces your brain to produce language, not just recognize it. And producing language, out loud, is the exact skill you need for real conversations. This is the tool almost nobody uses. And it might change your speaking faster than anything else on this list. What actually happens when you practice? So now you know the 5 tools. But here's a question you might be asking yourself right now. If I do this today, will I speak like a native speaker tomorrow? No. Of course not. And I want to be honest with you about that, because so many people quit after 3 days because they expected a miracle. Let's talk about what really happens, step by step, so you know exactly what to expect, and so you don't quit too early. After 1 day, something small happens. You feel a small win. Maybe you learned one new phrase. Maybe you understood one sentence that used to confuse you. For example, you hear someone say, "How's it going?" and today, you actually know that means "How are you?" It's small, but it's real. And real is enough to build on. After 1 week. Now you've shown up 7 days in a row. Your brain starts feeling more comfortable around English. You stop translating every single word in your head. You start guessing meaning from context, and more often than not, you're right. For example, you read the sentence, "I'm running late," and even though nobody taught you that exact phrase, you understand it. That's not luck. That's your brain adapting because you gave it daily input. After 1 month. This is where it gets exciting. English starts to feel familiar, not foreign. You know more words. You speak a little faster. You're not reaching for the dictionary every 10 seconds anymore. This is real learning, the kind that stays with you. Now, I know some of you are still feeling shy. Still afraid of making mistakes. And I want to say this clearly, that fear is completely normal. Every single person who ever became fluent in a second language felt that exact fear at some point. But here's the thing, every time you speak a little, write a little, show up a little, that fear gets smaller. You start saying to yourself, "I can do this. I'm not perfect, but I'm improving." And my friends, that sentence, "I'm not perfect, but I'm improving," that is real confidence. It doesn't arrive in one day. It grows slowly, like a plant. But it grows. We're not done yet, though. Because knowing what to do is only half the battle. If you're still listening right now, that already tells me something about you. You're serious about this, and you deserve the second half, exactly how to make sure you actually stick with it. Because I've watched so many learners know all 5 tools, and still stop after a week. Let's fix that. Making it stick. First, track your progress. Make a simple checklist. Write the days Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and write what you did. Listen to a podcast. Shadowed 3 sentences. Wrote 4 sentences. When you see your progress in front of you, something happens in your brain, you feel proud, and that pride pulls you forward to the next day. Second, set a timer. Sometimes you'll tell yourself, "I have no time today." I understand. Life is busy. But you have 10 minutes, don't you? Set a timer on your phone. Say to yourself, "I will practice for 10 minutes. That's all I'm asking of myself." When the timer ends, you're free to stop. And often, you'll find you actually want to keep going. Third, pick the same time, every day. Attach English to something you already do. Some people practice right after their morning coffee. Some people practice on the bus, or right before bed. When you do it at the same time each day, it stops being a task on a list, it becomes part of your identity. It becomes like brushing your teeth. You don't debate whether to brush your teeth. You just do it. And here's the final piece, and honestly, this is the one that decides whether you'll still be doing this in 6 months. Make it enjoyable. If you love cooking, read a recipe in English. If you love music, sing along to an English song. If you love sports, watch a short highlight clip with English commentary. Don't force yourself through content that bores you, that's a fast road to quitting. Keep your tools ready too. Save your podcast episode the night before. Keep your notebook by your bed. When everything is easy to reach, it becomes easy to start. The real secret. Now I want to bring you back to that image from the very beginning, brushing your teeth once a year for 5 hours. Ridiculous, right? Nobody would ever do that. But here's the truth I want you to really sit with. Most people treat their English exactly that way, and then they wonder why nothing changes. You are not going to be one of those people. Not anymore. Because now you know the real secret, and it's not a secret at all, really, once you see it clearly. Consistency is like planting a tree. You water it a little, every single day. In the beginning, you won't see much. No dramatic change overnight. It might even feel like nothing is happening at all. But one day, and I promise you, that day comes, you'll look up, and it will have grown, taller than you expected, stronger than you expected. Not because of one big effort. Because of small, quiet effort, repeated, day after day after day. So here is your homework, starting today, not next Monday, not when things calm down, today. Pick one of the 5 tools we talked about. Just one. Set your timer for 10 minutes. And show up. Tomorrow, show up again. That's all this takes. Let's quickly bring it all together. Learning English isn't about finding 5 free hours once a week, it's about finding 10 honest minutes, every single day, and protecting them like they matter, because they do. Small steps, repeated consistently, will take you further than any single burst of effort ever could. You already have everything you need to start. I'm Alex, and this is English Ignite Podcast. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.